Okay, I'm here at this wall that we just put together last night. I've got some other video on it as we're building it. Just want to take this quick video just to show kind of a more aerial view of this wall. So you can see this wall steps down to accommodate this steep slope on the side of this pool. On that side it steps down. Over here the bed is going to run level and be kind of a raised bed there, and then come over here and follow this bed that is following this slope. So two different styles of wall here. This one could easily be made into the same thing with the foundation that we have here, but we're just going to leave it as it is. So you can see first what we did is we came in and put the larger, what we call boulders in. That one over there, this one here, and this one here. We kind of placed those where we thought it would be best to step the stonework down so that we don't have to build a whole bunch of stone underneath there. We don't waste it buried down in the dirt. So first we put those boulders in. Second, we come in and we started our lowest points. So we started here, that one we started right there, and we get that foundation layer in until we get to the point where we were going to jump up one level. So you can see the dirt underneath there, and then it's just one layer of stone. So then we come back, and we always want to start at the boulders because that's where we need to get a really good clean fit. Everywhere else you can just kind of fit stones in. And then we do the next line, and that finishes that out. Make the turn and do the same thing. This one you just start at either end because there's a boulder on both ends. So so this one you can see same thing. We just we started down here, came over, jumped up a layer at the boulder, ran over, jumped up, ran over. You want to kind of keep the boulders to where they kind of fit both. You don't want the stone to be underneath, like completely underneath that boulder. Like that one's lower than the boulder, but it's fine as long as it's up over the boulder some. And then you see these, they're really close to the top of the boulder, but not higher than the boulder. If it's higher than the boulder, it'll look funny. It'll look like it's out of place, like you messed up. So running again, then up, over, and that's how that wall is going to stay. We have two different walls, so when you're looking at it from over there, you see all the different elevations and levels. Kind of get the boulders centered up. Since this is a pathway, we didn't jet any of them out into the pathway to keep that pathway clear. But if it was like a bed edge, we would probably push them out just a little bit, kind of staggering them either way so that it looks more natural and you don't have them all, you don't want it all to be really uniform and exactly the same. Real straight lines, and then your turns, try and make sure you keep them as perfect as possible. Not a perfect 90-degree turn is what you want. The last thing is your joints. You can see the joints are all staggered pretty nicely there. You don't want the joints to line up. Two reasons. It looks bad aesthetically, and the other reason is strength. If they're all lined up perfectly, it's not a wall, it's just a couple stacks of stone where they can just, that little stack can just fall out. But if they're all staggered, then the whole thing is linked together and it won't fall over. And then same thing in the corners. You want to make sure that you don't have one seam going up the corner on either side of the corner or right down the corner. Because then again, you have two separate walls. You don't have one linked together strong sturdy wall. Then boulders, you know, kind of play with them. You can do different things. You don't have to lay them all down on their side like this. You see these are kind of stuck up vertically. You get a little bit more out of a smaller boulder than you would if you kept them all down on their side. So otherwise, if you do them all on their side, you have to get a really big boulder there. And then you see like that one over there, it's going to stick up a good deal higher than the stone, which is great. It'll be kind of a little tower piece over there on the corner. and it's got a lot of character to it too. So watch your boulders, make sure you look for character, make sure you look for moss or coloring, and try and get that to where it's facing up. You can kind of see the character on this one here. This one here has this nice jagged, different layered top, and this one here has these nice kind of knuckles all the way around the top of it. The other sides were just flat, orange, monotone, no coloration, nothing. Hey, you see this one over here? It's got a ton of character on this side. Looks fantastic, and it's rounded, real nice. And then this back side has this perfect, almost 90-degree turn for the stone to butt up against. Comes up to a nice peak there. This stone here, you can see character on this side, character here on this side, and then you come over here and there's not so much character. So definitely want to utilize any character you see on stone and put that as your piece forward, so that you don't end up wasting it, and really get a lot of different stuff going on when you're doing stone like this, so that you don't just have monotone, just, you know, kind of make it a little bit nicer. All right, and that is how we build the wall.